know how I predicted that I wouldn't have any sales from One Stop Engine Shop throughout December of 2023? Well, that has proven itself to be coming to fruition, as I have been completely prohibited from earning any money this month. And not only that, the traffic, website traffic has halved from in December of 2023 compared to the rest of the month easily. And not only that, I haven't receiving any phone calls or messages or whatsoever, anything related to One Stop Engine Shop throughout the month. Just one day to another, it just all stops. So it's quite clear that the government here in Denmark has been giving a public announcement telling people not only not to buy anything from One Stop Engine Shop, but also not to visit my website. And people, to a large extent, have obeyed the government's orders. And so you see there is clear signs of something going on, and which we all know already what it is, but now there's evidence of it. And on top of everything else, they have prohibited me from using Facebook Marketplace. And roughly I was getting around 15,000 views the last many months of my items on Facebook. Now that has been completely cut off from my ability to use. So you have the government asking Facebook to restrict my profile, and this is what they do when they cannot crush the organic interest that people have in One Stop Engine Shop. They do the things that they kind of do now. They try to justify it by creating some fake complaint, which they set a whole campaign against me on Facebook without informing me first. And when that had died out, they informed me, and then I made a video debunking the whole thing, which was completely ridiculous as usual. Easy to disprove once I know what's going on, and that's obviously why I am hardly ever told what is going on in any regard. Doesn't matter if a One Stop Engine Shop it's their bullshit allegations. I'm never told anything, because then I can't defend myself, and that is exactly what they want. So yeah, there is a clear and concerted effort that the government here in Denmark are doing everything they can to sabotage One Stop Engine Shop, my small business, entirely. They want to annihilate me and my small business completely, and they will go to any length and means to do so. And this I have mentioned here, this month and everything else just goes to prove that fact. And on top of that, they have been blocking my mail too, so I couldn't get my packages and my post, and creating all kinds of problems, especially as it relates to a spectrum analyzer that I bought, which reached Denmark on the 12th of December, if I'm not mistaken. Got through customs with no problem, but instead of sending it to me, they rerouted it to Germany. And then when it finally came to Denmark again, they blocked it, despite me asking for it. And I had conversations with PostNord. They said one thing, there were 5 days there, and another 5 days after 3 days, and it just kept going on and on and on, not giving me my post. So here the Danish police authorities were holding back my post, probably illegally, because there really isn't any justification to hold back a spectrum analyzer. And when I did finally receive my spectrum analyzer yesterday on the 27th of December, it arrived broken. They had fried the RF components in it, so I can't use it as intended. So here's a clear sign yet again that they're not only using illegal surveillance or hindrance of post, but also sabotaging items that I can use to measure electromagnetic signals. This device could measure up to 12 gigahertz, which is quite a high up in the spectrum that not many cheap spectrum analyzers are able to do. So obviously they didn't want that, which is a good little note to self if you're a target individual, or to see that they don't want you to have one of these. And if that wasn't enough, I have just recently found out too that they over the summer here, they have been the police have been looking into me, not in a criminal matter, but anyways, they are trying they want to take my hunting license away from me, and because there isn't any real genuine reason to do so, then they're trying to use the fact that I make videos like this one talking about their public and illegal persecution of me, Stephen Bell, that is going on in public. So they want to use all their methods and illegalities against me, but if I speak about them, then they want to use what I'm saying against me as if I was some crazy nut talking about something that isn't real, while they're actually persecuting me in reality and making a public show out of it. So this is another piece of evidence, if you will, that they're trying to come after me, and because there isn't any grounds to do so, they're going after my freedom of speech. That is what I'm doing. I'm exercising my rights to freedom of speech, which is guaranteed in the European Convention on Human Rights, Article 10. So they are having a hard time doing it, so they have to fabricate, as they do with everything else. You know, I can't do anything without them using psychological warfare on anybody and everybody around me, because my actions are not transducive for them to be used against me. I might drive a bit too fast, but that's basically it. And obviously they can't use me speeding sometimes in any real sense against me. So here you have, here I suspect it will come. I have requested FOIA with North Jutland Police, but now they're blocking it from me receiving, saying that these cases are active despite them not being criminal, and despite them being from May and June of this year, so months ago, and creating a whole narrative around that I have supposedly requested FOIA in regard to a certain paragraph and law, which I haven't, but to a completely different law, which is much more broad in relation to cases that are not criminal. So I have to take that complaint to the prosecutor, to the district attorney, and complain about them not giving me my access that I have the right to be made aware of. And I also have to make a complaint against them stopping my post illegally. So there's lots of things that are happening, and that are creating evidence for me to use in future cases against this public persecution of me, Stephen Bell, that is being done to me at the highest level, and is being made into a public spectacle on purpose, so that they can implement these kinds of technologies and extrajudicial draconian methods that are being used against me.